Usually events like this, when they're tight after 2 rounds with 1 round to go, they always set up for exciting finishes.
He's always played with a lot of swag and, that like confidence. But it seems like it's all coming together for him in these courses. It seems to match up really well for his game. Nice subtle flexes all over the place, and his putter is just hot right now.
I don't think it surprises me at all to see those 2 guys, Calvin and Gannon, there at the end. I think you can't really make a course that would prohibit that. Low power, all the shots you need. I would challenge anyone to build a course that would just stymie those guys and like, oh man, the Calvin will never cash here.
In order for Ezra to kind of make it over the hump, I think he has to have a better temperament. I think he gets really angry at himself, and if he can slow that down, stay patient, obviously he has the skills to do it. If his putter's hot, make a couple clutch putts in the right moment, and we might see him at the top.
That many top players all bunched up at the top with just a stroke of separation. It's going to take a terrific near double-digit round tomorrow to hoist the trophy. You got to watch out for Ricky. He wants that tour win this season. He doesn't have one yet. Chase card's going to be coming in hot. It's going to be an awesome battle to watch.
Hello and welcome to final round coverage from the 2024 Beaver State Fling presented by Innova. You're watching the Disc Golf Pro Tour on JomezPro with me, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
Maybe one of the best weekends for disc golf ever. I'll go ahead and say that right from the start of the show. Paul, what you got for us?
I got this little Trash Panda disc and these minis, the second run minis. They teamed up with Jomez, and the plastic, they made these bad boys for everybody.
Yeah, these things came from the extra bits of plastic from that run.
Yeah.
You can get these things on JomezPro.com. But man, I really got to say it once again, it has been lovely weather in a season that's been filled with some delays, canceled rounds, all of it. We've seen the crazy wind, we've seen all of it. Cold. This has been perfect. It's been a delight being here on one of the prettiest courses in the world in such great weather early June in Oregon. Luke Humphries, Calvin Heimburg tied at the top. Great C1X putting from Calvin Heimburg this week. Better than Gannon Buhr. If you'd guessed that, you would have said maybe Calvin's leading by quite a few strokes, but it's currently just 1 shot over Gannon Buhr. Player coming off the big win last week in Portland. And once again, Ezra Robinson, lead card final round. He has been a mainstay this season. So many opportunities. Can he come up clutch today and come away with his first Disc Golf Pro Tour win? We'll see.
Hole 1, par 3, 455 feet. Dead straight as the crow flies. But usually those crows fly into trees. You want to dodge those bad boys. Scoot right around this bad boy on the left on a little hyzy, and that's the green. You'll see a lot of people actually go in there like those crows. Don't do that.
Such a great pace, average of 8 under a round. Luke Humphries looking for his first Disc Golf Pro Tour win. He had it so close at Waco, right there in his grasp.
Typical miss on this hole, so don't be alarmed. A lot of people are pulling it into that stuff on the right. That's just kind of the miss when you're trying to throw something a lot of hyzer.
From Safety Harbor, Florida, your co-leader at 16 down, Mr. Calvin Heimburg.
I feel like the preferred shot on this is a hug that left side with the Anheuser. Open up the gap a little more, and that's what Calvin's trying to do, but that's the danger. That's the danger.
Playing for Discmania and Squat Bag out of Urbandale, Iowa, sitting at 15 under, Mr. Gannon Burr.
You think Anheuser release, or are you saying
Maybe flat to Anheuser. It needs to be breaking before those trees.
Yeah.
So however you want to do it. See, that's a little too inside. That's got to get lucky through the branches, as it does.
Yeah, I think that slight hyzer or flat release makes a lot of sense because I think true Anheuser, you're bringing in the trees on the right more times than not.
Portland, please welcome Ezra Robinson.
By the time it clears those trees on the left, it needs to be on Anheuser.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's looking real nice.
Needs to slow down.
That's looking real nice. Wow, you're not kidding. Slow down, man. What a shot.
Kid's got a ripper.
Calvin, a little early. Wow, it doesn't break through. So that's going to be a special putt if he wants to save any kind of par.
He's not even going to get in there.
This is going to be an early bogey. Oh, man. Close to drawing chains, though. But really tough to make that putt. Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
Oh, how fun.
Get casual here, Gannon.
Wow.
Get
It's a
comfy.
nice day, but it's not that nice.
That would be a highlight of the year.
And we've been on tour for many, many years. Have you ever thrown a shot lying down?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I have too. Cool.
I haven't made one, though.
Oh, what a birdie. Good start.
Nice. I just think that would be an absolute highlight of the year. You get the number one player in the world, most likely, or two. He's going to be one of
Chilling.
those spots, just laying down and cashing one.
I got to give a shout out here. A few players in the field able to birdie hole one multiple times, but only Kevin Jones was able to get it all 3 rounds.
Impressive.
Ezra also birdied it multiple times. And you can see why with that drive right there and the nice comeback putt. That's going to put him at the top with Luke, and Calvin's going to drop down to a tie with Gannon and a few others there sitting at 15. So many players are looming. Chase card and third card. I feel like so many players are in it. It's going to be such an exciting round today.
Big par 5, hole 2, almost 1,200 feet. You'd like to work the drive a little bit to the right. Then I suppose you'd like to work the second shot to the right as well to give you the best angle in. At that point, you have a couple options for the third. Low, burn-in backhand, big high forehand if things are going well for you. Great birdie, though, if you can get it. I would think less than 25% birdies on this hole.
Correct. 15%er. Oh, that's just the worst. For such a good line to find yourself in that tree, it is so thick and so
Well,
tough to get out.
It's honestly kind of crazy to me that people are throwing rollers that can get there.
Yeah, you have to get it so straight.
You know what I mean?
Luke could be in danger unless this is kind of trying to curl early, but yeah.
No, I'm saying they're throwing a driver that has the distance to get there. Like,
Yeah.
you get no benefit to being up on those trees.
I agree. I would counter.
Oh, you're saying go a slower disc.
Yes.
or flippier.
flippier,
yeah.
slower. It's just kind of wild to me. to
Yeah,
think.
and I would push back a little on what you're saying, Jerm. Like, man, right in there on a good line. I would say that's a bad line.
Same.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
heading over there to the left, because even if you stop short of that tree, it's not a great spot to be. I think you really want to work it out of sight right.
Oh, no.
If it hangs on the edge, yeah, it's going to
he
get
got
gobbled up.
so lucky.
Okay.
It's going to take a really big second shot, I think, to get back into position for the birdie, because that grass slowing you down really takes away a lot that you're looking for off the tee.
So not going to lay another roller.
He's going to be in another nice little kick, though. That was going to be in another bad position.
But now you got to think he's 500 to the basket.
Yeah.
One of the things that impresses me so much about this guy throwing here is that he knows to throw the understable disc. He knows that you can't go where Ezra went. And he's so young still, 19 years old. He just has a knack and an instinct for where the disc needs to be in a scoreable position.
I'll tell you what, I played this tournament when I was 19. And it was the funnest thing in the world to try to just blast a roller as far as I could. And let me tell you, I ended up into those big trees a lot because it was so fun to try to, get so far.
Because you're imagining, somehow back then you're thinking, maybe I could hit the gaps.
Yeah.
And if I was on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ezra's able to just get through, but that's exactly the illustration of how thick it is in there. And he is throwing his third with still nearing, 800 feet left, maybe a little bit less.
This needs to get down.
Agreed.
I think that branch may have helped him.
Really?
Oh, not enough, though. Not enough. Ooh.
Bogey
Potential
coming.
big number coming.
Yeah, I guess bogey at best.
Yeah, it's not a,
Bogey
not
at
a
best.
guaranteed
That's what I'm
bogey.
saying.
That's
It
for sure.
could be a big one.
Look at
This
this.
is a nice drift. Oh, wow.
It could be putting for birdie.
He's still,
Oh, no?
I think he's still a little short.
Oh,
but
circle two.
Yeah, putting is a fair way to say it. At first, I thought he had gotten up there in
Yeah.
circle one. I think I had my giant Doug Furs confused.
Again, and not the greatest second shot. Leaves him the awkward third. It's going to be tough to get up and down now for the par, but
If it was anybody else, I'd say no chance. But 500 low ceiling, I think we know a guy.
oh,
My gosh, that was going in, guys.
Yeah, it kind of was.
It kind of was going in. That's so crazy.
is he interested in that stuff? I don't know.
Crucial up and down right here this early. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Clutch.
Yep.
Really clutch approach.
pretty good. Just outside the bullseye, about 5 feet. 3 feet. Not much here.
Yeah.
Got a lot of pop on it, though, didn't he?
Boy, outside chance and nearly makes it. Look at that forced anti-angle.
Oh, he thought he made it.
Oh, for sure. He started to run. No, that was a beautiful effort. Calvin to erase the bogey from one. Having to go through the trees. Just comes up a bit short.
Kind of would have been an all-time birdie, and he had extra distance. He could have been 50 feet back
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
and gotten to the same spot.
He like
ridiculous.
rebounded off those trees
Yeah.
to the tune of 15 feet or more. Like that was
Might be worth it for him to think about going just straight putter 250, putter hyzer 250, then rocket ship 550, and just make the bird that way.
Right.
he's got that Mr. Consistency thing to him.
Little check-in with the Rickster.
That seems extremely early on the release, but it's turning back. Wow. Interesting shot shape. Wow.
So close.
What? That did not look like how you are supposed to birdie this hole. Maybe it was just an awkward camera angle, but it looked like he released it so early in the hyzer. Oh, that close for Luke. But with the bogey from Ezra, Luke is on top of this card, but they're chasing Zach Nash right now, who is 4 under through the first 5. After shooting 11 under yesterday, alert, alert, Zach Nash.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow day one, I guess, but on fire for the last round and a few holes.
Wow.
I think as we watch Luke here, I'm starting to feel like,
Oh,
whoa.
What? Okay, what did he hit? A turtle?
It did have that look, something kind of round. I think turtles have high likelihood the way that skipped. What I was going to say is that I think this hole is like sort of sneakily and unassumingly one of the best par threes that we play. Just because it's like, it's not like some super tight gap, but it's a really appropriate distance. And the other thing I really like about it, see what Calvin does. Just perfect, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. I really like the elevation being this kind of subtle mound that doesn't really ever make you think, maybe I should lay up. It like forces every player to go. Mm-hmm. And then you get these tricky comeback putts. I don't know. I just think this hole
It's got
is
a lot going for it.
It doesn't look like much, but I think it really provides some
It's good insight.
good drama, and I think it's a really appropriate challenge for the Pro Tour level.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. And when this course is divided into the east and west, this is hole 16, I believe, on the west course. Is that correct?
I think 15.
15. So it's coming down the stretch, but it's at a great place. Oh, wow. Gets the turtle skip and the little jump putt for the birdie. Well done for Luke.
Takes advantage of the good break.
It's also the most obviously imaginable birdie for Calvin Heimburg
Absolutely.
I've ever seen.
I feel like we say that,
Yeah.
you know, like
If it's a straight shot like that where you,
Yeah.
it's got the hill, front side hill where you can throw as hard as you want and you hit that front side hill and it slows it down. It's perfect for him.
so true.
He makes it look so easy and he's so unimpressed by it that it makes me wonder if he thinks that we're terrible because we're not doing the same thing.
I think he does, yeah. Sadly, I think he does.
Gavin
is pretty
Babcock
high.
on hole 6.
Could it? Wow.
Okay.
Just shy of the basket.
Gavin Babcock off to a hot start. Such a good bonus birdie to get on 6. And he is now tied at the top with 3 other players. It's Ricky Wysocki too.
This is the game changer. Step onto the course with the Pure Premium Disc Golf Bag, adding a touch of glamorous flair to your play. Use the code DGPT at puredisc.net for the best price. Upgrade your game, upgrade your look.
Hole 4, par 4, 635. I guess you can roll it all the way to this one.
I guess so.
So, you know, put that in your calculator. There's a chance you could just put down a roller, get all the way there, maybe make an eagle. But I think one of the easiest birdies on the course otherwise. Pretty wide fairway, OB on the left, bad rough on the right. All you need is about 350, but you sure would like to get 450.
When this tee pad was on the other side of the tree, I think you can just barely see it there. It was a sick roller to get to the pin.
Absolutely.
And then AJ just goes long of the pin. It's incredible.
Needs to nestle.
Yeah, that's looking really good. That's the best possible angle in, aside from throwing a 650-foot roller. Like, I know he's put a ton of time and effort into developing that shot, but he makes it look so easy. That's what I'm getting at from
Absolutely.
just like, why can't you guys do this?
Get down and cut roll.
I think he's fine. I think he's going to have a pretty good turnover option.
Oh, no.
Oh, and getting very overstable.
Early mistake, Gannon on hole 4. Good angle in still, but it's got to keep this one high, tucked tight to the trees.
Needs to sit.
Oh,
yeah,
gets
very
through.
good. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that there was like nothing fine about that.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's good though.
Inbounds, but barely.
Such a hard angle.
On the line, but stays in.
Ezra's such a direct thrower. He doesn't do the big high stall stuff generally, and that's what you kind of need for that shot. You need to have a really touchy, understable floater coming into that shot.
And that's got to be one of the easiest shots to miss. Trying to force it over that long and it just wants to leak out at the end. It's like why the drive coming up on hole 15 is so difficult. Because that big towering shot, it just fighting gravity the whole time. Eventually it's going to slow down and move forward. Great shot from Calvin.
Bullseye coming. Calvin's going to have 2 birdies in a row. Ezra to keep pace. Oh, super hearted. Gannon able to scramble for the par.
Gannon on a nice long par streak.
Easy does it for Luke Humphries, who gets to 18. One shot over Ezra and Calvin.
I think a typical pace through the first 4 holes is like 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the field, that's fine.
1 and 2 are super hard. 3 and 4 on the easier side. So
Kyle Klein keeping this one wide. Gonna need some love. Okay, I would consider that love. Does not go on the other side or does not find the out of bounds. And making the nice putt from C2. So Kyle Klein also in the story now. Chandler Fry creeping up into the top 10 there. But for the most part, all players in the field that are in contention are within 2 shots right now, and there's quite a few of them.
Hole 5, par 4, 630. Tight gap off the tee, and then you got to throw it over this little road here into this island. Pretty big island, though. Well guarded deep, but you don't see a lot of players go that deep. There's a nice hill to block you. It's all about the tee shot here. If you get far enough, it makes this hole really easy. If you're back, it gives you the sensation to go for it, and that's when things get pretty tricky. Like this one.
Oh, man, that was just a bit too high, but on a nice line otherwise.
And then he's going to try to go from there, I think. I think we learned that yesterday. These guys don't like the pitch-up play at all.
no, not at all.
And just kind of on that line the whole way. Calvin not really in a much better spot either, I don't think. Again, an opportunity to get some strokes back with a good birdie, or good opportunity for birdie off the tee.
Early and fantastic. Should set him up for a pretty simple backhand.
think that's fairly lucky there. I don't think anyone's really trying to miss that middle tree on the left side.
No chance. This is going to be laid up. Screams one over. Does it stay in bounds?
It does.
I can understand, on a hole like this, why it's got to be so difficult for these guys up on our lead card to decide to lay up.
Even Ezra was trying to make something work from there.
And I think what it comes
outrageous.
down to is, like, think about the percentages that these guys are putting up on a calm day from 55 feet. It's like they don't really, it's so hard to resist the go because these days, when you're up in these groups and you're playing at that level, anything up there on the other side is a possible birdie.
Oh my gosh, riding down the curb, Luke Humphries. What a game changer.
Is incredible. That hit the curb square.
Oh my gosh. What a break. And that's why you go for it, I guess. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Take a look at this. This hits the curb solid.
This is the angle
It's
you
over
see right here.
It's over.
What? Oh my goodness. How wild.
That's amazing.
Well, he's got a C2 look for the birdie now. Hope he capitalizes.
This is about as good of a drive as you can imagine. Opens the angle up huge.
I don't think I've seen a drive better than this.
Decent approach. Gannon will have an opportunity to get on the board with his first birdie.
All right, let's see if Luke can capitalize on the good break.
Oh. I believed it. And Gannon will take a stroke on the card. Get him to 16 under.
First bird.
Two back of leader on the card, Luke Humphries, unable to capitalize with that incredible break. On to hole 7, Ricky Wysocki. Fighting through. That is gonna. What?
He doesn't.
Why are we showing
He
this?
doesn't.
Why are we showing this? He's not gonna. No, he is not gonna make this
man.
putt. Oh, come on, man. That is fitting a square through a round peg, dude. That is. Or a square peg through a round hole.
That honestly
That's-
would be
thank
really
you.
hard. Fitting a square through a round peg. It's
That-
honestly, it works better. It
It's
works
so
better.
dumb, Jeremy.
It's not dumb. It works better than the original.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you.
How do you get a square through a round peg? How do you make that putt? Those are the two questions
Leave me
I have.
alone, man. Leave me alone.
Those are the two questions I have.
Oh man. Yeah.
I would.
How did he do that?
I don't know. I think obviously Simon Lizotte way up at the top of the list for somebody that you can just have an incredible time watching as a fan. Ricky Wysocki, right up there in that same conversation. I just think the excitement factor that comes with watching Ricky Wysocki play disc golf is off the charts. The guy just makes 5 of those every day he steps on the course.
Mm-hmm. Gannon pulling this one way right. My goodness, he got way behind that one.
Ooh, this is low.
Has it got enough speed?
No.
Oh man. Had plenty of speed, just didn't quite have the right height.
Whoa.
That's a layup,
Yeah,
though.
I was gonna say
So-
that looked like an intentional.
Yeah, it did look like a slow swing, but I'm a little surprised to see even that. But it got away from him a bit, a little early turn.
Ezra's disc staying
I think
up.
Luke.
Luke's,
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, Luke's. Yeah, thank you. And he's inside this collection of foliage. Awkward
Nice.
shot.
Oh,
Yeah, well done from there. It's kind of messy in there.
that's a tough little putt, too.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. I don't even okay, there I see him. I was going to say, I don't even really understand where he just was. Long right side. What an effort.
For him to even call it out, I think that says how difficult that line was.
Wide open for Ezra.
And for par for Calvin off the top.
Oh, no.
Dang it. I was hoping that we wouldn't see it, and we've avoided it all week. And finally, the last person to putt onto the green, Calvin Heimburg, putts at OB. We didn't see any roll over this, is what I was getting
Of
at.
course. That's my biggest problem with that out of bounds. I think my second biggest problem is that the hole's already 455 and has some technicality. So I don't really see the utility of it from that perspective.
Yeah.
But the thing that really bakes my beans is the potential for the rollaway, because that's just not
the
what you
rollaway's
need.
already the punishment. Like Calvin still would have had to make a nice little uphill 30-footer. But it is what it is. In the end, the hole netted way more birdies than I thought it would, especially when we practiced in the rain. And when the tee pad was slick, it just didn't seem very feasible. But 29 people birdied it today.
What are the percentages? Birdie, par, and bogey.
Well, we got 26. I mean, over a quarter of the field.
Kyle Klein with the nice flex shot to get to
Oh,
the pin.
wow.
Beautiful.
Parks it.
Low hole. Gonna see a birdie here from Kyle.
Way left. Big hyzer.
Hitting the gap. Rolling up just inside the circle.
Nice.
No problem for Rick.
And that puts him at 4 down in the front 9. That's a solid score.
I hear what you guys are saying on the last hole, but Calvin always has the ability to just lay that putt up. If you miss that putt at all, it's rolling, and the OB is there.
Keep things going here with Gavin Babcock on to the dream hole, hole 9. This better be really overstable. Oh, it stays out there in the high grass.
Doesn't matter when you jam.
Yeah. That's a low ceiling putt too, with danger behind. That is a very well committed putt.
I was impressed with this putt. Mm-hmm. This is awkward footing up there, looking down at it. Nice stroke on the stripe.
Ricky now on top.
Introducing Disc Raptor, the best way to clean and dry your discs on the course. Make short work of mud, moisture, and dust in a quick spin. Made of quality materials that are built to last. Compact revolutionary design with synthetic turf and high surface microfiber cleaning surfaces. Lightweight and easy for travel. It's there when you need it. Welcome to the future of disc golf.
Hole 7, par 3, 420 feet. Throw it downhill. Hope for the best, you know? Mm-hmm. A million branches in the way. You want to throw it hard and low and overstable, I think. Try to get yourself a skip. That's the best way to get there.
Throw it hard. Try to punch through that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, punch through the branches.
We got 81% par. 81%. It's just, it stands out.
Let's see how our leaders are doing. Oh, same as everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have the special sauce.
I bet
Ricky does.
I bet one of them does.
Rick's got the sauce.
Well, Rick's not on this card.
Luke, I do like getting it right. I think the branches are a little softer on the right side than the middle. Those middle ones, they're tough.
Yeah.
Those ones are tough.
Nice and low.
This hole's bad.
I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated right now. There's just so much of this going on all day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I mean, that's fine. I don't love all hyzer into that little spot right there.
A little bit of a chance. No, never mind. Never mind. Super boring. Let's get to the next one.
Oh, we got a little chicken chunk.
Gobbled right up.
Yeah, a little chunk of chick.
Sometimes can be the best thing for you. Get a little snack in as long as you're making it. Calvin getting spiked up by these holly bushes.
Ooh. That'll work.
You guys see any good drives on this hole?
Yeah, actually, I saw like 6 or 7 birdies on it. It was kind of crazy. The cards I was on did really well.
Yeah, I saw a bunch too. I even saw somebody go like 50 deep.
I might have seen only one birdie.
But it doesn't mean that just because there was a lot of birdies on it that it was a good hole.
No.
Look at Chandler Fry, 10 down
under,
through
yeah.
17? Is that what that just said?
I think we were all surprised. I think we made our predictions after a very rainy round. The tee pads were slick. Didn't feel like we had a lot of control over our stuff, perhaps. But 10 under, double digits under par seemed so unlikely. And we've seen a slew of scores in that number. I mean, just Calvin Heimburg starting off with a 12 just kind of really opened our eyes as to what people could do. And solid shooting for for Chandler Fry today to finish out.
I don't think there's a course they can make unless they just really make the par wrong that would hold. That somebody wouldn't figure out a 10 under. With how good these people are.
And I don't think our game is that way.
Yeah, I agree.
The putting part of our game is, as we've discussed before, is so much easier and so much more repeatable and consistent than what a ball golfer is dealing with all the different green speeds. I've often thought that a course that, say, Gannon Buhr would be happy walking off the course 4 under would be an absolute nightmare to play. Like, I'm shooting 9 over on that course. It would have to be so long or so wooded, and it just wouldn't be fun. That isn't what disc golf is, and that's fine. I think disc golf is best when the hot round is between 8 and 12.
Talking over these shots because for the most part they're pretty generic hyzers. For the most part, if you just kind of flip something up a little bit, don't want to go too far left, but it's nearly impossible to go too far right.
Yeah, it's a setup shot.
Yep.
This is where the money's made. The second shot here is a shape you don't see too often. This forced Annie.
I think there is no approach shot like this in the world that I've played.
I don't
That's
think.
forced.
No, I can't think of one.
To me, it's unique to anything else.
I agree.
Oh, boy. That's a spicy meatball from Ezra Robinson.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think there's some places where you want to throw this sort of flex, but I think that the addition of the upslope and then going back down the other side into the little cove, it makes it so different.
It's so tricky, man. I've been trying to figure it out for a dozen years, and I have not once. I almost want to go forehand roller from second shot. They leave that high grass right there on the hill. Oh, Calvin, this is not wide enough.
Ooh, did he get into Sexton land, though? Maybe?
If he got fortunate, maybe. Nice touch.
Okay. Decent. Gannon from 50. Oh, no. A little 45-footer, maybe. Don't matter. He's out there, and he's in there.
Gannon Buhr is still bogey-free for the tournament. Making big putts.
It's a smooth flight of the putter right there.
Good scramble there for Calvin.
Great birdie. You don't see people pass the basket very often here.
Ties it up, too, on this card.
Kyle Klein on a run of 4 in a row through some very difficult holes.
That's heading long, unfortunately. Oh, no. Right into the river. I hope he gets that disc back. We don't normally check in for potential lost discs. And another player who is bogey-free for the tournament, Ricky Wysocki. This is looking so good. Oh, that's bullseye. And saving the pars, Kyle.
First to 20. Ricky Wysocki.
Couple holes ahead of our lead card, but what a start.
Just saw a couple guys playing 9, downhill 442. That OB line on the left side, one of the scariest features about this hole, because if you come in and hit these chips with any kind of speed, you're going to find yourself out of bounds. Consolation prize, it is a very short putt to save your par.
Needs to hold that angle.
bad.
It's very good. Oh, yes.
Sweet. What a shot, man. Didn't we check in with him yesterday doing nearly the same thing?
I think so.
This is looking phenomenal as well.
Hit the tree.
Oh, boy. These are incredible.
Another look.
Sure.
Low. Just that little bit of drift that lets you know this one's not going out of bounds. That's all you want to see. A little pull to the right. Just slow it down as it gets to the green. Little kiss off a tree never hurt. And he's right there.
Yeah, from the other camera angle, it looked left the whole way. But it's actually, see, this looks kind of left, but it's drifting. And it's not at all.
What?
Somebody's closer. Okay. Every shot on the card got closer. Like, I kind of liked Gannon's tee shot, and they... now I hate Gannon's tee shot.
Just hugging that left side so perfectly straight the whole way.
Man, are we... Make this putt, please. Oh, we're about to see a star frame on the dream hole. That is
I've never seen it.
crazy.
I've never seen that here.
That is filthy. And nearly all in C1. I mean, that's essentially bullseye. 3 of them in the bullseye. That is such a high level shot.
It really is.
How cool is that? A good hole to give some money to charity for. I mean, that is cool.
They should get more money for charity on that one.
9 holes left, guys. The action's heating up. Ricky Wysocki currently in first from Chase Card, 5 under on the front 9. That is getting it done out here. That's the tougher of the 2 9s, in my opinion.
So many guys still in this thing. It's just amazing. The compression of the leaderboard.
I feel like the top 13 players are in the mix.
They really are. They go on a heater on the back 9, get 7 or shoot 6, 7 under on the back 9, and you're a winner. That's going to be tough to match for sure.
What a crazy event we've got brewing here.
We'll be right back with the final 9 holes of the Beaver State Fling presented by Innova.
See you there.